Ever try to wrap your head around something like type 2 diabetes? It can feel like a mouthful just to say it, let alone like actually getting what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely not as simple as, just saying your blood sugar's high. There's a lot more to it. We're trying to unpack this fact sheet you shared about supporting loved ones with type 2 diabetes today.
Yeah, because I feel like we throw around these big words, but like, what's actually going on in the body, right?
Right.
So let's break it down. Like, imagine your body cells are like houses, right?
Okay.
And they need fuel. That's the glucose. That's our blood sugar.
Right.
But they can't just absorb it all willy-nilly. They need insulin.
It's true.
Insulin is like the key that unlocks the door to let that glucose in. So in type 2 diabetes, we have a key problem.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
So like some of those keys, they're getting a little rusty. They're not working as well as they should. That's insulin resistance.
Okay.
So the cells aren't responding to the insulin effectively. So what happens? The glucose, it starts building up in the bloodstream. And then to make matters even worse, sometimes the pancreas, that's our key-making factory, it's working overtime trying to make more keys, but it just can't keep up.
Oh, man. So
Yeah.
it's like a double whammy then.
Exactly.
No wonder that leads to some serious problems. Like this fact sheet mentions a lot of complications, with type 2 diabetes.
That's right.
What's actually happening in the body to cause all of that?
So think of it this way. High blood sugar, it's like this slow, steady stream, and it's eroding a riverbank,
Yeah.
Over time, it damages blood vessels, and those are like the vital pipelines throughout your body. And those tiny blood vessels in the eyes, the kidneys, and the nerves, they're especially vulnerable.
Hmm.
So that can lead to vision problems, kidney disease, and even nerve damage, which, by the way, can be incredibly painful and really impact your everyday life.
Yeah, that's some scary stuff. It makes that support aspect we were talking about before even more important.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
not just about saying, hey, eat right, exercise.
Right.
It's about, being there for the long haul.
Yeah, it's really about empathy and practical support. Imagine trying to manage a strict diet when you're surrounded by, tempting foods all the time.
Right, exactly.
Or like trying to find the energy to exercise when you're already feeling fatigued from those fluctuating blood sugar levels. It's about offering to cook a healthy meal together, being a workout buddy, and just like celebrating their successes.
Totally. Support can really be life-changing in that way. Now, there's this image that you shared. It's a simple picture of the pancreas, but there's a magnifying glass over it.
Right.
What is it about that image that stood out to you?
I think it just highlights that even though the pancreas is small, it's such a mighty little organ. It plays such a huge role in all of this. It's working so hard behind the scenes. And when it's struggling, the effects are really felt throughout the entire body.
Yeah. Wow. It really makes you appreciate how complex our bodies are and how important it is to take care of ourselves. So we've covered a lot today. We talked about what type 2 diabetes actually is, that whole insulin key thing, and how it really impacts people's lives every single day.
We did. And if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's that knowledge is power.
Yeah, I like that.
Knowing the why behind type 2 diabetes, that can really equip you to better support loved ones. And you know what? You can make more informed decisions for your own health, too.
Exactly, exactly. Because it's not just about, like we were saying before, just telling people what to do. It's about understanding. And I feel like understanding how this works can make you a lot more empathetic to what someone with type 2 diabetes is going through. So really interesting stuff. Thank you so much for breaking that down for
I
us.
feel welcome. It was great being here.
And for our listeners, make sure to check out the show notes for links to the fact sheet and any other resources that we talked about today. And as always, thanks for tuning in to this deep dive.